Okay, so next we're dealing with number 72, Miss Rainbow.
Hi, yeah, that's me.
Hi, how are you? So it says here you're here for a full physical health checkup.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I'm getting a new job, so I think it's an employment checkup.
Okay, so it's for employment. So that's basically the simple physical that we'll be doing. It will take about half a day. We'll check your basic physical condition, do some blood work. Pretty basic stuff.
Okay.
And it shouldn't cause you any discomfort or problems like that. And we'll have the results ready in a day or two. Probably 2 days, because we're pretty busy these days. Before we begin, are there any special issues, anything that's been bothering you physically? Or any other things that you've been dealing with?
No.
No? Everything's okay? Oh, and I should check, have you had your COVID-19 vaccines?
Yes,
okay,
2 months ago.
Oh, and you got both of the shots?
Yeah.
Fully vaccinated, wonderful. Okay, so yeah, we'll begin in about 10 minutes, but before we start that, maybe you can get into a gown, use the changing rooms just down the hall on the right.
Okay, thanks.
All right,
see you
soon. Man, she's really sick. Oh my God.
Wesley is getting a health checkup.
Excuse me, nurse. This is my first health checkup. I am a little worried.
Don't be worried. You seem healthy, and we want to make sure of that.
Are you going to do a lot of tests on me?
All right, so yes, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike. It's
I'm Rainbow.
part 2 of the ABC, or part 3 of the ABC Talk unit. When you're sick. Now I heard you got a health checkup.
Yes,
recently.
I did,
How did
because
that go?
I was getting a new job,
Okay.
and it was really standard. Everybody was really nice.
Okay.
And it was free because my
Wonderful.
company paid for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And was it like a full day or a half day?
It was probably about, actually pretty short. It was a little bit
okay.
less than half a day.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good. Because it's something that a lot of people like to do, especially
Yeah.
as they get older or for special reasons, right?
That's
If you're
right.
traveling a long way or getting a new job or moving to a new country.
Going to a new school.
All sorts of good reasons to have a full health checkup. Now, generally, people would do this when they're healthy, not when you have a problem, not when you
No.
suddenly feel you're getting a cold. Getting a health checkup is something you can do at almost any time. And in fact, it's probably better to do when you are healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
Because then they can look for things that might cause you problems in the future, not things that are making you feel sick now. So I think that's what Wesley is doing here. He had a cold. He got his medicine yesterday, but so you imagine this is probably a few months later, maybe.
Yeah.
Wesley's feeling fine again, so it says Wesley is getting a health checkup. Good for him.
Yep, so Wesley's here with a nurse, and he's getting that health checkup, which is that full body examination.
Yeah.
It could be basic or it could be detailed, but it's basically, of course, checking your height, your weight, maybe your eyesight, how your organs work. There's a long list of things to go through. So Wesley says, "Excuse me, nurse, this is my first health checkup. I'm a little worried." So maybe Wesley's going to school in America, and he's getting this first health checkup, and he really doesn't know what's going on. And he's like, I don't know how healthy I am. I don't know how to do this. I'm worried. I don't feel good. Can you give me more information?
That's right. And if you're worried about things in a hospital, a doctor, of course, is someone to ask, but they might be a bit busy. It might be easier to find a nurse.
Yeah.
A nurse is someone who assists the doctors and helps the patients as well. The nurses are there to make sure the patients have a lot of care, make sure they're comfortable. If there's any problems, the nurses will tell the doctors. In fact, if you ask doctors to be honest, they will say that the nurses keep the hospital running.
Yeah.
They do all the hard work. The doctors just kind of come in every day and go, okay, you're looking good. But the nurses are there making sure that everything goes well, the patients are comfortable and happy, they're taking their medicine, all that. So if you're worried, if you're scared or nervous about something in a hospital, I'm sure a nurse will be able to make you feel better.
Yeah, and the nurse says, like a lot of nurses say, don't be worried. It's okay. You have nothing to worry about. you seem healthy, and we want to make sure of that. So we're just confirming what you already know, because your body looks like it's healthy. You know, you look like you have color in your face, you look pretty strong, but we're just doing basic things.
Oh, there you go. So that's why they're doing this health checkup. So Wesley, he still seems a little bit worried.
Little bit.
You know, first time he's done this. A lot of people, they go to the hospital for any reason and they're like, I don't want to be here.
They hate it.
They get a little scared.
I hate it.
Yeah,
I'm scared.
A lot of people feel worried, nervous, uncomfortable, stressed or something. So Wesley seems to be feeling that way, and he asks this question, which is still a good question. Are you going to do a lot of tests on me? In other words, will I be here a long time? How many different things will you be checking and putting things up my nose and all that kind of stuff? But it shouldn't be too bad, because he looks, the nurse said, he looks healthy.
That's right. And when you look healthy, or when you are healthy, that means your body is doing great. So you're not sick, you're healthy. That means you have color in your face, you eat very well, you get a good bit of exercise, and generally your body's working very well. So you're very healthy, and you don't have to worry about those tests.
That's right. Now this kind of test is not the kind of test that students would be worried about. No, patients in a hospital might not like the tests that the doctor's doing. These are more like getting data, getting information. We're going to do things using the lab or using special equipment to look at your eyes,
Take
listen
some
to your heart,
blood.
check your ears, do x-rays and all that kind of stuff. And then they'll come back with data. They'll come back with information. They'll come back with numbers and facts and figures about your body, doing all these different tests. If your heart's bothering you, there's a bunch of tests for that. If your head is bothering you, or your muscles, or whatever it is, they'll have different tests at the hospital. And I guess the problem with these checkups is they might have to do more tests than you're used to.
Yeah.
Because they are checking everything. Your ears, your eyes, your stomach, everything. So there might be some tests involved. That's why it might take some time. But as the nurse said, he looks healthy. Nothing to worry about. Just, relax.
Yeah, and you can also relax for a little bit, and you don't have to worry about any tests, because we're going to go and take a short break right now.
Yes, and they shouldn't hurt at all.
That is good to hear.
Okay, are you ready for me to start checking you now?
What are you going to do?
I will check your vital signs. Then I will take some blood from your arm.
All right, so we are still at the hospital with Wesley. He is still waiting to begin his full health checkup, his full physical. He was feeling a little bit worried before, right? It's the first time he's ever done anything like this. People do get nervous about new experiences, especially in a hospital. Especially when they're afraid that the doctors will do tests that might hurt, or they might do tests and then come back with bad news, right? Because you never know. They might say, oh, we found something, and we
found a lump in your body.
It's worrying, so we need to do anyway. But that hasn't happened yet. But still, for someone like Wesley, who's not super happy to see any doctor for any reason, he's feeling a little worried. And he was just asking, right, about the tests. He was asking if they would have to do a lot of tests today. And well, since it's a physical, since it's a full checkup, they probably will, because they're checking every part of your body. But as we get back to the dialogue, the nurse has some good news for him. He asked, are they going to do a lot of tests?
Yeah, and the nurse says yes, and they shouldn't hurt at all. So that's good news. And she's reassuring him, just letting him know that there's really nothing to worry about. She seems like she's really calm, and he seems like he's getting to be warmed up a little bit too.
Right, because often we hear stories about this, or you see people in movies and they're like, I gotta go to the doctor, and then they're screaming.
Spraying blood everywhere.
Actually, I had an experience like this not long ago. I had one of my teeth pulled out, and I was really nervous about it because I've never had that before, right? So I was imagining all the movies where people are like, and yelling in pain. It was so fast. It was like 10 minutes and I didn't feel anything.
Did you bleed a lot?
No.
Nice.
I had no reason to be nervous.
That's
But I
amazing.
realized that most of what I knew about getting a tooth pulled was from like TV and movies.
Also, probably because the dentists here are really good.
The dentists here are good, and of course they're doing it in the nicest way possible. So yes, I think Wesley should believe the nurse. These tests shouldn't hurt at all. They might hurt a little bit when we take some blood or something, but nothing too bad. And so Wesley sounds like he feels a little bit better. He says, that is good to hear. That is good news. I feel better now.
Yes, and the nurse says, okay, we've done all the preparation, you feel good. Are you ready for me to start checking you now?
Okay.
Are you ready to start the exams?
Yeah, are you ready to begin, in other words? And Wesley is super ready, sort of. He still actually sounds quite nervous. He says, what are you going to do? Or maybe he says, what are you going to do?
Yeah, maybe that one.
Like that. But either way, he needs a bit more information. I'm ready, but I still need to know what's going on here.
Tell me exactly.
In other words, what's first? What's the
Okay.
first thing we will do?
The first thing is the nurse says, I will check your vital signs.
Oh.
So this is it's very easy. It's just seeing, taking your blood pressure.
Temperature, pulse, blood pressure, all that basic stuff. Anytime you go into a clinic, a doctor's office, even probably a dentist, they'll take your temperature, they'll make sure your heart's beating fine, your blood
pressure. Even to
pressure's
7-Eleven nowadays.
That's true. Your blood pressure's not too low or too high. These are your vital signs.
Then after that, it gets a little bit scary. Then I will take some blood from your arm. Now, I really don't like this part. This is the part that scares me because I don't like seeing blood.
It's true. They'll put a needle in down here, and they'll take some blood, and it's a little painful, but nothing too bad. And if you don't like to see blood, especially your own blood, just look away. And
It's
think
very
about
fast.
something different. It is very fast, but yeah, checking your vital signs, your pulse, your temperature, your heart. Taking blood, these things are pretty normal. What is blood? It's that red liquid that flows around through all the parts of our body. Our heart pumps it. The red stuff carries oxygen through our body. And of course, if you cut yourself, that's what comes out, right? That red stuff. That is blood. But when they take blood in a hospital, usually, they take it from the vein right down there in your arm.
And this is your arm. So the whole length from your shoulder all the way down to your wrist, this is your arm. So some people would not only, take blood from their arms or like get some kind of injection, a vaccination would be upper arm.
Right.
And then you can also work out your arms, which I don't. So I don't have big arms.
Oh, okay. Well, also your blood pressure, right? They'll wrap that thing around your arm, pump it full of air. So that's another way of getting your vital signs. So yes, I'm sure his arms will be interesting to the doctors. They'll be putting medicine in, taking blood out, doing things with it. But this is just part of a normal health checkup. They'll probably look at his eyes, inside his mouth, his ears, all that stuff. And soon he should be out and done, and hopefully he'll have what we call a clean bill of health. Basically a good report saying there's nothing wrong with you. Keep exercising, doing what you do. You should be healthy for a long time. So good luck to Wesley. Good health to all of you guys and your loved ones. And we'll see you back here very soon.
Very soon.
All right. Take care.
Bye. Stay healthy.
Wesley is getting a health checkup.
Excuse me, nurse. This is my first health checkup. I am a little worried.
Don't be worried. You seem healthy, and we want to make sure of that.
Are you going to do a lot of tests on me?
Yes, and they shouldn't hurt at all.
That is good to hear.
Okay, are you ready for me to start checking you now?
What are you going to do?
I will check your vital signs. Then I will take some blood from your arm.
大家好，我是 Stephanie。那我们今天一起看4个单字。第一个呢是 nurse， 名词，护士、护理师。Frank is a nurse at that hospital. Frank 是那间医院的护理师。 那第二个单字呢是形容词 worried， 担心的、烦恼的。Ruth is always worried about work. Ruth 总是为工作烦恼。第三个单字呢是形容词 healthy， 健康的。I eat well and exercise to stay healthy. 我以均衡的饮食和运动来保持健康。最后一个单字呢是 test， 名词，检查。I had a blood test this morning. 我今天早上做了抽血检查。好，那今天一样我们要看的文法重点，第一个是 make sure of something， 确认某件事。make sure 是确认、确定的意思，像是 The doors are locked. I made sure of that. 门已经锁了，我很确定。第二个重点呢是 not at all， 完全不，一点也不怎么样的意思。at all 呢是否定句里面用来强调全然、丝毫的意思。比如说 These math problems are not easy at all. 这些数学题目一点都不容易。这个句子呢，在 at all 前面放了一个形容词 easy， 表示一点都不简单。那 not at all 呢，你也可以单用。例如有人问你 Are you hungry？ 你肚子饿吗？你就可以回 Not at all， 我一点也不饿。那最后一个重点呢是 That is good to hear， 很高兴听到那件事。这个句子呢，可以用在你听到好消息的时候，比如说 My mom told me she is healthy。And that is good to hear. 很开心听到我妈是健康的消息。那这就是今天的讲解。See you.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Children's Zoo at Taipei Zoo.
Oh, so this is where all the cute and fluffy and friendly animals are?
That's right. These animals probably won't bite you, so it's a good place to bring kids.
Oh, good. Now I can be safe and have fun. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm excited. Come on.
The animals and domestic birds in the Children's Zoo are tamer. This display area shows the close relationship between humans and animals. When you walk in the Children's Zoo, you will first meet the adorable and friendly alpacas. At 10 in the morning or at 3 in the afternoon, you may see them enjoying their meals. Hakuna Matata! Look at these cute meerkats. Do they look familiar? It's Timon from the movie The Lion King. Keep walking and you'll see the tropical home of the Lanyu. The Lanyu pig is looking for food.
Inside these small fences, there are lovely chickens, ducks, and geese. They take a walk outside once in a while. Don't try to tease them, or they may get angry and chase you around.
Yeah, I got more than you.
I think you did.
Boop, 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 boop. How much fun was that?
I had a great time at the Children's Zoo today.
What was the cutest animal?
I think the meerkats were the cutest. I like when they run around. Too cute.
Super cute. I love the alpaca. So soft and fluffy.
I wish I had a jacket from alpaca fur.
Wow. I wish I could wash my hands. So why don't we get out of here?
All right, let's go.
Bye-bye. Careful.
Yeah, thanks. I was blowing my...
See you next time.